Here we are with Bush's Camaro. Originally, he wanted to delete the wing window on this car and basically make it a one-piece glass in the door, which 68 and 69 have. The 67 comes with the wing window. After some consideration with the door skins, and just how complex it was going to be to delete that wing window and put in a new, we'd have to do quite a bit. We'd have to put in a 68 door, leave the outside skin to 67. The hinge setup is different. It was just a very complicated situation to try and do that. So we got him that information, and he decided to go ahead and come back with the wing windows. Now on this car, he has deleted pretty much all of the chrome, trim, finish. Whatever you see is going to be blacked out in this car. You got the matte black around the taillight bezels, the fuzzies in the quarter windows and in the door. We've blacked all those out. So this would normally be chrome. I can show you on this 67 here that we're working on. You can just see. So on this car here, we've got a chrome drip rail, chrome plating there, and all of this has got a chrome, and then the trim around the front windshield is chrome. Bush has deleted all of that. So this is a flush mounted window sitting flush with the body. There's no drip rail, that's been deleted. And it's really a cool, very sleek and clean look that he's going for. But wing windows, still need them. So I'm putting them together. We blew them apart, and the paint shop got in there and painted them matte black or a semi-gloss. It's more of like a satin. But getting that all together, getting all the little parts and pieces for the wing spring back together. This is his old wing window that came. In here I've got smoked glass, which will replicate the other glass that he has in the car. Little knobs that were chrome before, we painted them black. It's just a really nice look. This car really looks good, nice and clean looking. That's what I've got updated today. Hopefully I'll get that in and kind of get that situated, but these take some time to slap together.
Jeremiah here with Retro Rides, working on Bush's Camaro. So right now I'm working on the custom console, and I made this hoop. This is kind of the edge of the console, so it'll attach about there-ish. And yeah, so outside it'll have this nice radius, and it'll cut into all the controls, stereo and everything, shift boot in here. So now I've got this kind of shape. I'm going to start making the structure of the console. It'll run all the way back to the seat, have a flip-up armrest for storage, window switches here. So yeah, kind of coming up with a structure, and then we'll fill in the dots. Console has rounded edge, so shape on the outside. Alright, working on Bush's console for his Camaro. This is the front part of the armrest. This will be a fixed part, and it has the window switches in it, so there'll be foam filling this, and then you got your hand on there, you can do the windows while you're driving. So this is my first attempt. Drew it up last night, and I'm hoping my math is correct on the angles on this, because it's a little abstract. So we'll see. Right now I'm doing final welding on this console piece, well, the skin of it. I'm waiting on some nylon washers to come in for the hinges, and then I can weld those in. And then next is to make the kind of bucket that goes inside for storage, and brackets to mount all that down to the tunnel. And then, yeah, I just got to finish up this piece for the AC vents. And yeah, they'll be off to Max for wrapping. Yeah, so those are the power window switches. And yeah, leather wrapped top piece. This acrylic will have some LEDs sunk into it, so the whole perimeter will light up when you turn the lights on. And yeah, the inside of these holes I gave some shape to, so you can see all the lines in the edge there. They'll help reflect the light out and make it more even. Hopefully. We'll see when the LEDs come in today. And then same kind of thing for the cup holders, so they'll have a light shining all around the outside too. And then the shift boot is the third one that lights up. Yesterday, got the old gun rack for the back of the Camaro. So this will hold the customer's 12-gauge shotgun in the trunk. It's the same kind of one they use in cop cars and stuff, so it's all pretty secure. Electronic lock on it. Yeah. You know, whatever.
That's awesome. For this?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. He's like, I want an electric button in the console so I can, like, one for that because it opens for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And then the other one for a trunk popper, so you just hit them both, get around back, and pull out the shotgun.
Nice.
All right, a little further along on the console here. So I've got the lid opening, closing, and then right now I'm working on the tray to go inside of it. Some pops in there, so I'll have a bolt to mount the console down there, and then drop this in. Max is gonna line this with leather and carpet, so it'll be pretty cool. Yeah, and with the extra foam on there, like you pretty much just push it to the side to open it, so you can be able to get it with your elbow in the car.
Got the Bush's Camaro here. So I finished up the rear seat on this one. This is done in Apex leather along with then some cloth from another supplier. But what we tried to do is he has Sparco front seats, and so we tried to mimic the back in our foam shaping. So I have super high bolsters tucked up against each other, so it'll really cradle you in. This seat is just put in here temporarily, so it still needs to get steamed out and then put in. This is heat activated glue, so it needs to get all of this stuff, actually all these wrinkles kind of taken care of. But this is just to show you a generalized shape of what's going on here, and then we're making progress on this car. So we got a lot of stuff in works. These are the Fesler door panels that we have to trim up and kind of make work. These will line up to the front ones as soon as we get the door handles, then we can line up how they kind of intersect across here. So a lot to come with this. There's a lot of work to happen on that. We're doing the center console as well at the moment, so this is going to all be leather wrapped. Jeremiah made it all out of steel. It looks really killer. It's got a cool shape. It's supposed to be like a modern Camaro, kind of center console styling, with then a big doubled-in radio built into it and everything. So we even got cool cup holders with backlit LED on the plastic here, and a whole bunch of stuff. So there's a lot of cool features that are going to be coming in here really shortly. But this is the beginning stages of it. We got some leather actually going into a car. So Jeremiah built the whole center console on this thing. It is done getting painted, sandblasted, all that kind of stuff. It's all taken care of. So this is the main structure where the radio goes, gauge cluster up against the dash. There's a shifter that pops up through here because it is a manual. So it actually has this adapter plate that gets bolted from the bottom side. We're trying to do a shift boot through it. And with that, I'm trying to do this math to try to figure out how to make this 5-sided shape that's not even work. So drew it out, did some math on it, made my angles, everything. I'm using some spare vinyl that we got laying around in order to basically make this and make the shape work. So that's what I'm working on at the moment. So doing some test pieces, making sure that I like it. If it works, then I will actually transfer it over to the black leather and make it in that and have a finished product. So yeah, making progress.
Keep working on it.
Yeah, I mean, I'll
sucked
trim it.
in there.
It's got a weird, it's just, it's hitting. So it's hitting here on the door skin, which is pushing it out. So if I trim this down, then this is... Initially in this build, when he brought the car in, he wanted to have 68, 69 doors put on this car to delete the wing window. Unfortunately, in 68, 69, the hinge pillars changed in the door, and so you can't do a direct fit on a 67. So we came back, we talked with the customer, we decided to go ahead and leave the wing window, but he had already purchased door panels and rear panels for the interior kit of the car that were for a 68 and 69. Unfortunately, the interior door skin on 67 is different as well than the 68, 69, so I've had to modify his panels. So typically on a 68, 69, the panel would come up and cup over this top portion of the door here. In 67, they leave this and it's either painted the color of the car or painted the color of whatever the interior colors are going to be. So he wanted to keep this portion here. So these panels I've had to cut down. In 68, 69, the door handle was also switched on this panel to where it would be pulled up here. We ran into some problems there with mounting a door latch inside here. And so we had to go back to the stock door, move the armrest back, and also reinforce the armrest, which I'll show you here in a minute. But what I had to do, because this would have originally cupped on a 68, 69, I had to buzz the top of this panel off. And also, there was an indent here that also created a kind of a curvature for a 68, 69 dash. In the 67 car, again, it's a different dash. So we deleted this indent on this panel and I've just flattened it all out. Now, luckily, these panels are fiberglass, so my background is building airplanes and working a lot with fiberglass, so this is kind of a job for me. So I came back and filled these holes, split the top of this part off, and relaid up fiberglass to reinforce this panel. So as you can see, all the new fiberglass and body work that is done on this panel to make it a really nice panel that fits this door great. Unfortunately, the door rest fits right across this hole here. So we had to come back and reinforce this with a bar. It's a pretty thick bar. I've got, I think this is like 16 gauge, 14 gauge steel that I put in here, and then I've just tack welded it and welded it into place so that the armrest has something really heavy to hold on to. You know, if you're grabbing the armrest to close the door and open the door, it's just gonna rip right off the panel. So we had to come up with something here that is solid, that the armrest, will attach to and not pull apart over time. So there's a wood panel that also goes in here for some more of the interior work, which I'm working on and getting all the holes lined up and mocked up. So next video or so, I'll have an update on this, and the panel will be in, and the door handle and the armrest will all be in, and we'll kind of see more of a completed progress, be more completed piece on this. And then when Max comes back to town, which is in a couple of weeks, he's going to be upholstering this. Now I have to match up the rear panel here under the quarter window and get that also to match and mimic this front panel here. So lots of work on this project, but we're still moving forward, and the customer doesn't have to delete these panels and then go buy brand new panels. We'll just make it in-house and get it taken care of for him.
We are doing carpet padding and then getting ready to do some square reef carpet through the whole floor. So I'm going to be patterning everything, laying down, trying to level the floor out from any of the braces that come through it, since it's a unibody car. I'm kind of trying to get it all perfect. So we're starting the process, and then we're going to get a headliner in the car and kind of get the interior just rolling. So more to come.
You want to go to the car?
Sure. Moosey out there. So we got it started. We're doing the carpet padding, kind of cutting out. We got a couple of these notches that are bracing underneath the car that just need to get leveled out. Otherwise, it's just going to stand out really bad. So we'll do carpet padding where the feet are in the front seat, feet are in the rear seat, both sides. And then start patterning it. So we'll go right underneath the center console, and this is going to be 100% custom made. So it's going to be all bound by me, all patterned, and all trying to sit there and flow as best as it can with the heel pad in there. So we'll have more on this here soon.
What else do you got on the car?
What else do we got? Well, we got a TMI, one piece, headliner. That's going in. That's hanging right back here. So that'll be going in the car. We got a wrap center console. That one's almost done, so that'll get bolted in. These are fiberglass door panels that have been getting a lot of work. Oh, they're not there. My bad. They're over there. But we're going to be wrapping those to match the seat, so it's suede and leather, which is all Apex leather that's going in this thing. So a lot of stuff that's going to be happening. The rear seats are already done. They got sculpted to match the Sparco front seats. And yeah, so it'll look good.
Nice.
You good?
Yep.
Yeah.
You suck, Max.
Shot it. All right, we got Bush's headliner going in. So it got put in. It's a one-piece fiberglass from TMI. It's resting in here right now. I gotta do some fitment work, get it centered. I got one alignment screw and some clamps holding this thing in right now. We got one A-pillar up there. We got these fiberglass units for the back, and so they got these hooks on it. This is the one for over there, and so hooks into the fiberglass and slides into place, hugs the back window here. So a lot of work left to do here on getting this thing positioned in here, but I'm gonna do my next one of putting the light up here. We got this nice little LED. So I gotta get the wires out from up here, get that thing bolted up there, and it'll start looking real nice. So making progress.